Hi guys, today we're gonna make a chatbot. You can see here that will listen to you, and you can also kind of speak to it. So these are the commands. So use /open to open a web page. Use /search to search on your browser. Use /play to play a video on YouTube, and use ?mode to change chatty modes. And we'll talk about it later because this part might be hard. So let's start. So if you go back into here, so here is where we write our code. So let me close it for a second. Yeah. So you probably need to create a project file that will have all the code. So first you have the HTML file that will show up like this, and yeah, and also the style.css that we won't really use a lot, but style setups like making this align with that and all those kind of stuff. Yeah. So first what we need is HTML. So this, you probably need to code a lot, but you can anyways pause the video, right? So you can pause the video. So in the title thing, you probably already know it if you're not a beginner, but for the beginners, it's Chatty v1.1. So yeah, the thing on the top here, and I will probably tell you about this icon over here in another video, but we don't focus about that now. We focusing about changing this. So it's really easy. This tag holds what's on top of that over there. So all you need to type is maybe like chatbot. Chatbot. So that's our webpage name. So let's going on to coding the HTML. You see this part over here? Here, when it's an interactive thing, when you click it, it shows more. It's a details, and we'll go back on that later. So when you click on this, it shows lots of text. So let's start with that before even creating this whole lot of things. So let's go here and use the details. But wait, before writing code, I need to show you a very quick thing. So Control Shift J, let's inspect the page, and let's go to Elements and HTML. So you go down and scroll up for what do you need? Yeah, the div class container. But before calling it container, the container is literally like nearly the place where you store your elements. It's not normal HTML, but let's focus on that. Why is it called container, and why is it so large? The thing we did over here is probably what you call bootstrap. So bootstrap is easy. You just go to the webpage, get bootstrap, and you go to the webpage, get bootstrap.com. You don't have to actually really, but you can go down and you can see the CSS. We're only going to use the CSS for thing, but on another project, we'll probably use a JavaScript bundle and popper. So we can close here and go to the head part and click enter, and that's a long URL, but it should be done good when you do it. So this part, wait, this part, you can just delete it and make it look nice. So that's the thing. So we focused earlier about what is this container thingy. So if you open it, it's literally where you store all your things in the web page. It's easy. All you create is a div element that'll store things, and its class should be equal to container. So press enter, and you'll probably see press enter. So that's what inside it, and we have a details bar that is this interactive kind thing. Yeah, and see it flashes. That means you're interacting with it. And also, you this div flexbox. You can call it whatever you want, but it's just called flexbox there. But you don't need to call it. It's not a specific name. You can call it whatever you want in the ID box. So the flexbox thingy is just this whole kind of thing, and inside it you can actually see that it has these interesting things. The box is the box over here, and the input group is this input group. That is an input where you type something like B there, and then it messages, and then this button that sends it. It commands. Like if you do /search H, this is what I mean. Oh, search for you. That's cool, but we'll make that later, and it will reply soon. But first, let's go in here, and first let's make, what do you see here? A details bar. And the details bar is very easy. You just go here, and it's ID. You can put it to whatever you name you want, but I'm just gonna stick with the VGTU kind of style. It's not really, you can put whatever you name here, what you want, but it's gonna be the name of it. So to describe it, we'll put it over here. So enter, and we'll probably put something like, if you see over here, you can see in the VGT view bar, you have div ID flexbox. Or in here, you have the summary. That is the text appearing here, and a UL list that we'll show you later. But first, let's go on to the summary. What do you want to write? And that is commands. And it's gonna appear commands over here. And then in the commands thingy, if you go in here, you can see in here that it has summary, and then UL. In the UL, you will have lots of allies that we don't need to open and mess up, but so we will make the UL. We'll start opening here instead of doing that. But in here, what he basically means is an unordered list. For beginners, that's hard, but it says unordered list. That means a bullet point list. But for advanced people, they would probably know. Unordered list. You enter here and also do li. I think we need about 4. So you go here and enter 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the allies you write these texts. So I'll just copy this. The first one is use /open to open a web page. But this is where it gets weird. Useful, but here's bolded in. But if we just run it over here, yeah, you'll see. Oh, what? If you open in Google Chrome, that's best to do. If you go to Google Chrome, you can see just over here. If you go to Google Chrome and open your project, chatbot, and then go to this thing. This is the thing we put over there. So yep, if you see over there, we'll see this command, but it's not bold like what we see here. So the thing is easy. You just wrap it around with the B. You can also use inside here. You can also write strong, but I prefer B. It's easier. Yeah. So it'll be bold if you do that. And also, if you see again now and reload it, it should be bold like that. So in li, you should write also use /search to search in your browser, and use /play to play a video on YouTube, and also use the mode to, this is really long, so you can pause the video, and also, so yeah, we'll talk about the modes later. That's really advanced, so we'll do it in later. So you can see over here there are going to be modes, but we'll talk about that later. We're just going to waste our time talking about that, so we'll talk about that very late, very soon. So once we got that, we could probably open here. Yeah, this should probably open up. You can probably see that. See? It's the same. Look, you're wondering why it's to the side. It's just because of this thing over here. But yeah, we got that ready. Now the second thing I really want to add on is this kind of flexbox thingy. That's one more step close to this thing. So the flexbox. It's really, really important to make this thing. Well, you could just write them in, but it's neater to have it inside something. So let's create a div just at the bottom of here, and div, and hashtag, and what's already. You can put any kind of name, but I'm just putting flexbox. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Just for fun, you can call it whatever you want. But I'm just doing it because it's already there. You can see flexbox. So after in flexbox, we're gonna just close this guy, and probably we have to create these two. This is why I call it flex. You get it? Yeah. But let's just go to div ID box. Div ID box. It's kind of, so we go to the div ID box thingy, and you see this all, because you can kind of see, right? See, these are the messages. I think it adds it into the box. So creating the box is the most important. You don't need to write whatever it said there, but just write div ID box inside the flex box at the top. Div and ID is box. So we won't actually have anything in the box, because if we reload our page, this will be empty, obviously, because we don't want these weird things to pop up. That's not good. And the second thing is the input group. Yeah, input group. So the thing is, I already explained. It's this kind of group of a button or another input, anything, a group of inputs. So we go down a div dot input group, and we go here, the div dot input group, and inside the input group, we would have what you call a input group. You'll have an input type search that is really easy to explain. They just use it to search. So if you go down here and you can see that there's a search thing. There's a search. That is, if you click it here and you click on this X, it deletes every single thing that you wrote. So input, and we should see search down here, please. Yeah, over there. Search. Name and ID. I think we should keep the ID because the ID is important. We need to really think. So the type search is called input, right? So we go down here and write input. So let's see what's wrong here. The thing is that, let's see here. What's the problem? The input? Yeah, so the image. The problem's here. So it's saying it has no label. Like if we check here and we go to input, it doesn't actually have a label. You can see it doesn't have a label thing. So just ignore them. Must act. So yeah, you can add this, but we're just gonna add an extra thing that is the placeholder element thing. But just leave this. This doesn't really matter. But okay. So what they're saying is, if you check here, you can say the form elements must have labels. Element has no title label and title attribute, and element has no place placeholder attribute. It's saying I need a title, but I don't know why they're asking it, but you normally don't need it. So what this title thing does it when you go on there. So what they're saying that they want the browser that's running it to know what this thing is. That's why they at the beginning they normally give us with this name attribute. This you only need it if you're doing names, but this is not what this only works if you're doing names, but this is not what they mean. You don't really need it, but if he's asking us, let's see. Well, just don't do it, because you don't really need it. Even though it's saying here, you don't need it. It's not like a must. But if you're a really neat guy, just write area labeled, but area labeled, hello. Yeah, you can just say input and probably that should calm it down a bit. It really neat. So we want this video to go without any errors, right? That's why we will go now. You see this input class form control? That is to make it neater. An ID, you think it has an ID? Yes, of course, it's input. So input is a thing. So let's go here and let's go fast because this is taking a really long time. So let's just go fast form control. So yeah, and then let's go to this big thing. I don't know what it is. So this big button that we have to make. So it's easy. All we need to go do is see button. See this button? You see this button over here? You have to you have to see, so you see the button over here. You write class and then btn primary. So btn primary, and inside here we write the text that is actually not text. So I forgot to tell you about this, but if we go into the source code, we can see this thingy. So it just comes with, I think it just comes with bootstrap, but it doesn't really come. So that's a CDN for it. You can pause the video and type it in. So in here, you can, on the top, again, in here, war again. War again, come on. It's asking me to do that weird, really neat thing. You don't really need to do it. For some reason, it's asking me to do it. Yeah, so type that in. And what again? Awesome. So let's go in here. And here and write fa and paper plane. So that should be good, and we don't write anything in the bottom. And let's save it, and let's go to our web page and refresh. You should see something like this, or else is there something wrong? Yeah, you probably got that thing. I think you should. Let me see. It's saying that paper plane doesn't exist. Let's see. Fa, fa, paper plane. Is there anything wrong? Let's see. Oh, maybe the CDN's wrong. If we go in here, paper plane. That's weird. But just so you know, it was actually outline. Outline. Primary. But let's see if we get this whole thing in. Yeah, if we go into the source code, let's see what's the problem. So, input group append, and I think that's what we got. Or probably it was the bootstrap problem. No, it's not. It can't be the bootstrap problem. But if we go here, Ctrl-C it, and replace it, what is wrong? Oh man. Area. Oh, label. Come on, I hate this. VTN. Oh man. and send. Yep. So let's see what was the thing that trying. Nothing. Come on. Is that why you got the 3 dots? What? What? Come on. Let's say we go on here, go here, go here for sure. What? That's interesting. If we copy these two together and then go to the top part, again, you can pause the video and see the URL. Yeah? You can pause and see and type in the same. Yeah, and probably this should at least work. I think it should. Yes, we got it. So I think it's either the bootstrap or this problem. So let's go back and we have this cute little send button. And if we go down here and go to to this, yeah, I think we are pretty much done. Let's head on to the style. So the style thing is probably in here. So if you see here, we have a list of things here. So let's see that in here. So the thing is that you see the ID box, the box over here. So this stands for box. So we go all over here. Probably you should find, the box over here. We want to give it a style. So we write box, and inside the box, we should probably write something, I don't know, like in here. And we should, style CSS. I'm just copying these styles, but you can see here. Height is equal to 550 pixels. So you can probably pause and write it in. But it's super easy. All you need to have is the name of the property and the double colon and then the value. And then after that, you obviously need a semicolon. So you go, that's done with box, and let's copy the rest up. You see this keyframes. This is actually for later, but I don't really want to explain it now. So we get down, and flexbox. So now I can maybe explain. So this thing is an animation. So this is where it starts from. That means it's probably with the background color. That means the background, I think, would change from red to blue. So that's the thing I was trying for. So if you go to mode, or question mark mode, mode, and you go to colorful, you should get that same animation in your background. So we probably need to reload our page and go into here. So once we're done with the thing, we can can keep this in, but how do we connect our styles into this? So the easiest way is to just go in the head and create a style tag. And in here, you say source, and its source is the file over here. So that is style.css. Yeah, style.css. And that should work if we go into here and refresh. Yeah, actually it did kind of work. Let's just change it. And we go in here, flexbox input set. Oh yeah, the thing is that see the ID here. Yeah, it's submit. Yeah, I think so. Let's check it. Yeah, so it works. So some signs have gone happening. Like let me see style.css. Alt click. Yeah, I think we need to go. This is save. I'm probably I'm probably gonna stop using this and probably go back into here YT6 and you have to install this. So all you need to go is to go into extensions and go to live server. Yeah, this. And you have to install into VS Code. So it's simple once you have it. All you just need to do is click and go live. I think probably we need to go to this file and start. It should work like that. You can see up here and down here we can see like the slash open thing and also this kind of bar over here. So everything did actually kind of work. Every, until let's start here. I mean chatbot. Where's our chatbot? If we go into cheatbot, if we go into that's just nothing. Maybe that's from outside. Or maybe that's it. No. Yep, that's from outside. I think that's the noise from outside. Just ignore it. That's from outside. Maybe yeah, it's just someone outside shouting like a weird person. But why isn't it working? If we go one, yeah, but sources. Oh, it's not loading in. Where? Oh my god. Where did I put the file again? I should have put it there, right? What is even happening? So if we go into here and okay, let's see. If we go in here, go to yeah, that should happen. Why isn't it working? Hmm, let's see. If you copy in this part, no, I'll just if we copy in this part and probably go into here and here and oh yeah, I forgot. I did S, SRC by accident, so that was a problem. Now it should work like it is supposed to now. So reload and see, you get this whole big box. But if you, sorry, this is in the way, but if you type something, sorry, this thing is in the way, but if you type something and by hello, it's not going to come up. But if we go here, type hello, it'll probably show up like that. And also response. And we really want an interface like that, but it's not happening. So what do? We go back and go to script.js. This is where you use src part. And down here, over here, use the src part. So go to the bottom, go to the bottom of the page, and down here you write, what do you call, down here where all the HTML is loaded in, write script.js. That's what I recommend, because I recommend writing on the bottom, because then all the HTML loads, and if you want to add something on, it's easier to add, or else it'll show up an error. So make sure you put it. Don't write any HTML underneath this. So in script.js, we'll just check. You'll see a loads of code. Well, we'll write it later. So the really first thing we're gonna really do is add a function called add request. Oh, here. It's really hard to see it. I know, but this all code. All you go here is you function, and add, what's it called again? Add request. So request, and do add request. And you see add request is easy. And no parameters. So bye params. And inside that you write this variable. You see? Const div. All it does is says it's an imaginary element that it's not in here. It's not in here. We didn't code anything in here. It's like an imaginary element. And then down here, we're gonna write the code that adds some styles. See, I'll talk through this while recording, so don't worry. So div.innerHTML, the kind of text inside it, is HTML. That's why it's called innerHTML. So it's the kind. So this is actually a bug I'm throwing you. But if you write input, you get an input, literally. That means you can write HTML inside here. But that's the whole thing. HTML, the property inside it, the things inside it. And then background color, sky blue, a nice sky blue-ish color like hello, the nice sky blue color you get here. And so that's to get a sky blue color. So here we go down, it's the margin, kind of spacing around. It's the space between here, the spacing around it, so it doesn't look like it's stuck on here like a slime. And also padding is the space inside it, like this neat space inside it, so that like there's more pink. And if you didn't add anything, it would be like the whole thing is squeezing onto the text, and that doesn't really look nice. And the border radius is the kind of curves on the border. It only works, but it does work even though if we don't have a border. It'll still curve nicely like that. So easy. We got through that. And in the script.js, we want to copy this. This isn't gonna, we don't need it any. We don't read it. we need it now. It's just like waste. Nah, that's the reply part, and we'll just yeah in. So if you suddenly go here, you can see that we add this on, and hopefully this will work. And once we no, I forgot it. This is live server, so you don't need to kind of reload anymore. So it's easy. So when you write hello, it should appear like that, and that's good. So the second thing we need to do, this thing, we don't do it yet, but adding the rainbow function. It's for one of the modes, and the modes we'll get in the end of the video. So rainbow imp and reply. And function reply. You see that? Now it's gonna get a bit complicated, but we need to do it. Before doing this, I recommend typing this code at the very top, okay? The very, very top. Like this. So all it does is that you get your own kind of you make your own function that's in the date constructor and so all it does is it formats the date into the way that we normally write it in digital clocks. And it's actually quite better. And you see these, copy paste this array and make sure it's under here. You can put it anywhere you want, just before this place. So it should be before the reply function. So in here we write const days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But make sure it's in this order. Do not start from Monday like most people do. But start with Sunday because apparently JavaScript follows this way. So make sure you put Sunday in the beginning. I know it's hard to adapt, but let's put semicolons around here. You don't have to put semicolons, but this one neatness that let's do. Sometimes I forget to write a semicolon, but you don't actually have to. So all you just need to do is we're done with, and we'll start with a very, actually not very, but I'm gonna simplify it. So let's do reply function, and this is finally where we can unlock this weird thing. And reply div in HTML. But by seeing that, we actually do have a pattern for this. And this weird rainbow has a name, yeah. And let's see right here. Yeah. So in here it's the input. That means you write what the text you wrote and it replies. That means it's gonna process it, and then tell the thing feedback back. So if you see reply input, let's start with, of course, our lovely div, the same one we did here and nothing changed, and our first if statement. So this is actually where the part it becomes complicated. But what you just do is repeat this same thing. But you see, search. Let's do it with this /search. And the background color always to the pinkish thing we saw over here. Yep, it sets the background color to the pinkish thing we saw over there. and and the pinkish color we saw here, and then the div.innerHTML, it replies. So if he uses slash if he or she uses slash search, you can go down here and div.innerHTML is equal to I search for what you wanted, so it replies. And and the style margin, the same thing over here, border radius, yeah. But instead of replying, of course, there's no third person. It'll open up. It'll open up a new window that has HTTPS. Of course, the protocol. It'll go to www. It'll go to google.com and then search. And then this is a little hack you can use. So, and it'll search for what you wanted. And of course, it'll slice the thing you used over here, the input over here, and then what you wrote, it'll slice the slash search off, and and then it'll search for what you wrote instead. So this bye, and then what you wrote after it, yes, we will search for it. So all you do is write things about it all over again. I'm trying to make this as easy as possible, so make sure you don't miss. So this is a lot of code. So it makes sense that you can just copy a function at a time, and I'll just explain it to you. Okay? So down here, instead we are using else if. So if you never use slash search, you get another opportunity, and it says if you wrote slash open, and then again the same thing. Instead of applies open web page, and this time window.open, but slash 6 letters off the slash open part off, and also and and then the input.length. But the thing is that you know the you know that's why it says use full URL. So you can see use full URL, because or else it'll just not work and go to a website that doesn't even exist. So it's at least better to use a slash search method. And then we have this else if hello. That's why it replied when I said hello. Yeah, this is the code that comes in. So hello, or capital letter hello, and then it equal to hello. My name is Chatty. What can I help you with? And there's nothing else. Yeah, it just keeps on checking. And this one is more like, and also we have another thing. We go down here and copy, and then down here paste slash play. So the div.background color is equal to RGB, the pinkish, and then yeah everything except it'll go to the youtube.com results, and then search query and search for your video. So nearly close to playing your video, but I'll just search on you. So to show you just quickly, I'll just type slash play, and what do you want? We want slash play, I don't know. Okay, let's slash play our just let's type whatever we want, and then this key is search for a video, and after we search it's done, we will search for another video that we won't search for another video, I'm sorry. But if we go here, your name or your name, yeah, I wrote that because if you write here, you write your name, if you, or here if you write what's your name, like you don't really need to write what, you can write whatever. So I'm gonna make a typo like what your name, and it still answers, it still understands. Yeah, it still understands. So we're getting close to done, and this is where we finally get to understand the modes. So modes are normal, that is the mode you see now. Cheaty does nothing but just give you a weird reply. When you're on it, it's just, it does nothing. Okay, it does nothing. Cheaty, it does nothing. It does nothing. Mode space cheaty. It changes the background to pink and just does nothing else. Okay? Don't blame me. And what does dark do? Or dark mode do? Obviously you can see it makes the whole page dark and the text white. That makes sense, or else it will be black and you can see it. Dark and colorful, my most unfavorite one. I just don't like it because it's awful. You get this thing and you can't change it. You can't even change it back. Look, it's impossible to change it back. If I want to change it to dark mode and do it, still, it'll only change this to white, but nothing else will happen. Or normal, still nothing else will happen. This is why I hate that. You have to reload the whole page and start questioning, because that's experimental, okay? I don't like you. So those are simply to say the modes. So let's do the modes. And the modes are just really like normally mode dark, and so to see here it apparently just mode, so it says dark mode, it shouts like dark mode, and then the background color will be to black, and the text, that is the only single text on our website, VGTU, will probably, yeah, its color will turn to white. That's why I told you to turn the color to white. And the box, yes, it sends the message. Everyone knows that. And sorry, we go back, and mode normal. It changes everything to normal. Everything that we want. Our home. It just swaps them on. That's the only thing it does, actually, apparently. Except it says, hello! I'll stop screaming. That's embarrassing, but let's start. So if we go down here and we'll go to cheaty, let's copy in cheaty mode and go down here, paste cheaty. So we're wondering, what does cheaty do? I said, reload, the most weirdest thing I hate to make. I wish I never made this mode, okay? I'll just not turn yellow, pink. Just copy it. I'm not doing it, okay? And of course, the dumbest mode I've ever made, colorful. and you can never escape it for some reason. And this is why we made a rainbow function on the top. Yeah, imp. So that's apparently what we do. And then after we do that, let's just go back, go here, go down, and make do the time thingies. So that's why we have two things. The days, the apparent that tells our system, I mean our program, what are the dates? Because it's technically a hack. So let day is equal to days, day dot get day. Yeah, that means this date is a get day function. That means it'll show the number of the date. Of the day instead of saying Thursday. Imagine it was imagine it was Sunday. It will say 0. Yeah, in programming languages, the because that's first. It'll say 0, and today, and then what it'll reply is today is, and then it'll say the day, and that's the same with, going down here and copy pasting it and going up here, and else if the thing. So time, and this is it doesn't do the same thing. It's completely different. So it'll say it's, and then the hour, and then colon, and then minutes. But that's why we made this whole your custom function into the date. So it'll say if it's less than 10, of course, you need to add the 0 onto it. Imagine instead here it would write, if you write get minutes, then it would write 9 if it was like, for example, less than 10. But we fixed that by making our own function, and let's test it. So hide. Let's go back, close these weirdos, and go back here. Sorry, this thing keeps on coming in the way, but when we write time, it should write the thing. 816, correct. And what about our day? Day, you can write day, what's the day, anything. All you just need to write is day. And today is Wednesday. Well, the day I uploaded this video, it is Wednesday. So let's just go down here to verify. You can see it is Wednesday. I mean, just if you're in the future, just so you know, 24th August, just Google 24th August 2022, and you'll see it's going to be Wednesday. Or you can just test it out on your computer and device. And time, day. And so let's go to the modes. Well, I know they already make, of course, we've done nearly the exact same code. And let's say the mode, let's try cheaty. Oh yeah, I spelled it wrong. T. And this awful weird thing. But I don't need to do it. You can already see it works. And that's how we made it. So bye.